Ahoj, dneska tady pro vás mám velice speciálního hosta. Tohle je Steve z Blackstar. A ukážu vám tady HT VENUE MK3 model new amp. I'm switching to English. Hey Steve.
How you doing?
Great, I'm doing great.
Good, man, good. Yeah, we're here to talk about the MK3 from Blackstar. So we have the HT 100,
Okay.
3-channel stage model. So there are two models with HT VENUE MK3. There are club models and stage models. The club models are lower wattage. So it starts with a club 40, right. 1x12 combo. Then we have a club 50 head, which is, again, 2-channel, 50-watt head. But then we move to the stage models. We have a stage 60, 1x12, a stage 60, 2x12, and a stage 100 head. And we have respective cabs, 4x12, 2x12, rock and roll. The HT VENUE range, first Mark I, came out in 2010. Right. It was a brilliant amplifier, and it was something you could put in between very popular 40-watt combos from other brands, and it would really stand up. A lot of people that buy a 40-watt tube amp over the last 20 years sometimes sacrifice. They get a great clean tone, but the overdrive is... They get a great overdrive amp, but the clean is... So Blackstar VENUE range is all about ticking all the boxes for clean, clean boutique, drive, crunch, high gain. So it really ticks the box of everything. And that was the aim of VENUE, to be the most versatile amp in the world. Mark II came on in 2017. Fantastic. We made all the adjustments that the customers were asking for. EQ on our clean channel, as opposed to just a single tone control, USB recording, XLR out. But now we're here with Mark III in 2023, and we've added some great refinements. So a brand new look, new smaller logo, coffin style logo, new Tolex, new fret, new dials, momentary switching, so very boutique style. But also, we've added cab rig, which is our direct solution for recording, going to front of house if you're at a show, through the PA, headphones, USB-C. And cab rig allows the user to accurately design their direct tone. You can choose from cabinets, microphones, room ambience. So if you're on IEMs, you can get the feel of a room on stage. And the way that guitarists play today is often silent stage, no backline. No rock and roll. No rock and roll, no home studio. It's going to work really well.
So you got app for it?
Yes, for PC and Mac. So it's a computer-based application. It's a very lightweight application, so it doesn't take up any storage, really, on your machine. But it allows you to connect via USB to design your cab rig presets. And then you can store 3 presets to your amp.
And go.
And go. So when you get to the show, XLR, jack, choose your cab rig, front of house. So to break it down, what we have is a clean channel. So our clean channel comprises of volume, bass, treble, and a voicing switch. This voicing switch on all of the channels is foot switchable. It comes with a 2-way foot switch, but you can purchase a 5-way foot switch, which gives you more access, as well as a boost and reverb on and off. So the voicing switch really changes the shape of your tonality. So as a clean channel, this clean channel is very versatile. The first channel, or the first voice, is very American sounding. So it's kind of like a full-bodied, lots of headroom, very, very clean, great for pedals. The second voicing is more boutique, so it clips, breaks up. So more of a 60s, 70s British kind of pop invasion. You know, we know what we're talking about here. Across to the overdrive channels, we have a first stage of gain, and voice 2 adds a second stage of gain, so it becomes more aggressive. Really appealing to modern metal players. Yeah.
Good.
We have separate EQ for clean, separate EQ for overdrive channels, which includes Blackstar's patented ISF, infinite shape feature, which allows the guitarist to reshape the component values of the tone stack. So in this position, all the way clockwise, is more of a British sound. The mids are more open, the low end is looser and there's less high. All the way counterclockwise is more of an American sound, tight low end, mids are scooped, and the highs are pushed. So it's a case of the guitar player, the user, finding an area that they really, really enjoy. You know, so you can design your tone stack. It's not just a snapshot.
So more you go to right, more brown is it?
It's more of a British tone, right? All the way to the left, it's more of a tighter American style. So for British, we could talk about Marshall, Vox, Orange, High Watt. For the US side, we could talk about PV, Mesa Boogie. You know, it's that context. You know, there are two types of reverb, which is switchable on the back panel. There's a dark and a light reverb. Dark is more of a room reverb. Light is more of a plate. And also via Cabrig, you can change on the clean channel for the overdrive channel. You can change the decay of the reverb. And the tone of the reverb.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because it never works on both.
Yeah.
That's great.
Exactly. Then we have our master section. Volume, presence and resonance.
All right.
We also have power reduction. So for anybody playing in studio or at home, this 100 watt head can go down to 10 watts. Really, really good.
So you got 100 watts now?
This is currently running at 100 watts. Yeah, 100 watts.
100.
Rock and roll, right?
Because it's more.
Yeah.
And more is more.
More is more. This is a clean channel on voice 1, all right? So very, very clean, right? So this is going to be ideal for pop music, funk music, very clean, very snappy. So for example, you could talk about Nile Rodgers, right? Nice and thin, snappy. Nice. You could talk about Gilmore. Right?
It works.
Yeah. Then on voice 2, no touch in the EQ or the volume stage.
I did a bit. All right.
On voice 2, which is foot switchable, we could go for the Stones, maybe. We could think about Strat, 80s, Bryan Adams, maybe.
Sing it, you know the words.
But we're talking about those amps, right?
Right.
Everybody knows it's an AC30, right?
AC.
Okay, so you can find those tones. The refinement of the tone is in here. So it's very versatile. We could think about some 60s and... Right?
Yeah.
And it's doing the job. But also we can talk about more boutique, you know, 70s and thinner sounds. Whereas here, it's warmer, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the difference between that, and if you're a guitarist, you will totally understand that, right?
Yeah, so it's a bit cranked, but the voicing is a bit cranked.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's great clean sound, and it takes boost, tube screamer, overdrive, really well. Yeah. On to overdrive 1, we have the gain, maybe 1 o'clock right now, so we can talk about early blues, right? We can, you know. Howling
he plays
Wolf.
his ass off, right?
We can talk about Billy Gibbons, right? about Clapton, maybe?
Yeah.
More boutique, early 60s, 70s music, you know, British invasion again. But I rolled the tone back there to get a darker tone. Great, you know, single coil. Right?
Right.
Right?
I love how it come up when you pull the volume down.
Really reactive, so low. Very responsive sounds on all levels. Okay, so that's our first voicing, but then we can talk about humbucker maybe here. Right. So Kossoff, you know. So you can think about those tones, but then we can push that second voice, right? So it changes from... Right, more 80s rock and roll, right? But that could be any style, right? So at the moment, ISF is around 1 o'clock, but if we take it more for the British side, we have that... right? Right, it's that kind of 80s rock sound, right? From anything from the more British stuff, so we can take the ISF, we can almost rebias the EQ. So check it out. So, right?
I love it, yeah.
So we can get that thinner, tighter sound. And then overdrive 2, we can have more gain, saturation, more damping on the more feedback damping on the power amp. And voice 2, even more. So you have so much access to many, many styles. Very versatile amplifier. So there is a microphone here with a 57. We have cab rig set up with a 57, so you can compare. So I'll play, and maybe we can split the recording, right?
So you heard it. Did you like it?
Yeah, sounds good, right?
Sounds good.
Thank you for listening. Make sure you get down to Music City to try all the HT VENUE MK3 out in store in Prague and everything else that's Blackstar. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for hanging out, Steve. Thank you very much. It was great demonstration. Thank you very much. A jak tady říkal Steve, stavte se v Music City a vyzkoušejte si to sami. Je to fakt výborný, sedím tady u toho, jsem z toho úplně vyřízený, můžu vřele doporučit. Buďte tu a stay tuned. Bye!